might have heard of him, but perhaps don't know so much about him. Today we are going to get to know his personality, who he is, where he came from, how he got here, and then all that. Let's go and talk to Francis Dodovi. Where did you grow up?
I was born in Accra, grew up partly in Accra, grew up partly in the north, partly in Kumasi. So it's not Accra North, the Kumasi, so to put it. I'm a trained journalist.
How did he end up in partisan politics?
Okay, so what happened is that boss, I'm here in a starting station, and in 2008, 2009, we did Jumadino tour. I'm a call regional office, where director of communication and public affairs. We manage about 4 regional ministers. As a mayor, at the constituency level, we be a deputy organizer. And I did more 2015. We did Bruja contest at the primary level. He won. Bruja, so Bruja became the parliamentary candidate for the constituency. 2016. Fast forward, every year, 2020. And I buy as an unopposed candidate. And I'm a senator. Now I'm the parliamentary candidate for the constituency. So in short, let me say Sana. My dad is a staunch NDC politician, right? He became the constituency chairman for Bolebamba for so many years. So I pick it up from there, those days. So it's like what they call a chip of the old rock. I pick it up from there. But whilst in radio, you have your own political lineage. So you do your stuff tilted towards that. It's one of more party those days. One of my frontliners thing, Joseph Yami and Co. Your backroom discussions are here for this is what we want to do. Let's do it like that, let's do it like this, that, until finally I got out. So whilst in radio, I was managing communication for the party behind the scenes as to what to put in, what to take out, and blah blah blah. So we did all that until finally I resigned to fully join the political training.
Advisor or something to the community?
Kind of. In every field, you need professionals who advise you. And I happened one of the communication professionals within the media circle in Ashanti region. Because my lineage was towards the NDC. So all the stories we needed to plant, this was a bad story, this was a good story. Okay, Charlie, we want to push this story. How do we do it? I said, okay, let me call this guy. This is how we want the story to be. This time, midday, morning show, blah, 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 blah. So we fix all those ones. At the point in time, party in this car, advert and all that. So your input was needed as a local boy, as in at the regional level. You were in charge of all those things, yeah. But if it is beyond you, then you have to call Accra to ask those who are ahead of you that this is what we wanted to do. But you've hit the wall, it's your cognizant. It's okay, then let's try this way, blah, blah, blah. So more or less, I was like an immediate person who was advising the party on the communication aspect of it. It's very critical in every organization, communication, that you must hit right at your targets, that your audience should listen to you in whatever form. And you should just know how to plan all these things. One yesterday, you are in trouble. Are you getting my point? That there are certain communication you should target the middle class. There are certain communication you should target the downtrodden. What language are we going to do in? Which of the stations do your target audience listen to? And all those identification you have to do it as somebody who plans communication for the party. So we did all that over the years. And it's when you are doing all these things, you don't do it alone. You do it with the party hierarchies in the region. So we got to know each other. They were impressed with what I do. We won power, and they wanted me to manage the regional minister. So at the highest political level, I was called to intervene. But then the various regional ministers were usually having bad press, as we put it. So I have to come in and tell them how to do, organize press soiree, look for some media house to do damage control, blah, blah, blah. So we did all that until finally I was asked to manage. Then the rest became political issue. You cannot be out when there's a success story. So even when there is bad story, you should be part of it until you achieve another success. Yeah, so that is how I come.
Let's come to the MP. Why all of a sudden with all these achievements, boom, you want to contest the MP for the NDC?
It's leadership. It's leadership to serve to your people. That is my zeal, and I mean that is it. There is nothing I can. I had attempted last year to become the regional youth organizer. We went to Congress and I was not lucky. Then the constituents have to call upon me that okay, if you try the other one it was not so this time you have to come back home. And this happens to be my constituency. It is a constituency that I used to be the deputy organizer. So all my political activities were done here. You see, in our party, you can be the founder of the party, you can be the leader of the party. You must belong to what we call a branch. Judge Rollins have a branch that he will pray. And I don't know if either he belongs to Crowley Kote or he goes to Kita to vote. But if he's the founder of the party, the leader of the party, John Mahama, has a branch. So he's all the political activities we see him doing up and down and all that. He still have a branch at the Bole Bamboy area. So he moves in there when it is critical. That is where he belongs. That is where his party membership card belongs. So with all these things that I'm doing, you must have a branch, and for that matter, you must have a constituency. So everybody in the party chairman has a branch he belongs to. The general secretary has a branch he belongs to. And all these branches falls within constituency. All the branches fall within constituency. So everybody in the party, no matter how big you are, you should have a constituency, a branch for that matter, a constituency that you should belong to. That is how the party operates. So all these years, I was working at the party communication strategy, blah 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 blah. I still have a branch. And I have a constituency, and the constituency is from the constituency, and the branch was at Akwesi Prempe, but currently it is at Nkramum branch. That is the constituency. So you can roam over all over the world. You must have a branch, a constituency, and that's where I've served the party over the years. So here is where the recognition is. Yeah, that is how it is. That I want.
So right now you are contesting or competing with one of the longest, if I'm not exaggerating, 7 MPs. What new are you bringing on board? What should people look out for? The 18 was a yentu abaman.
Enya ade a ya de fufuru bia. Ya manfo ihe ade ho asem na yeka. Say MP na Ohio ona wo Kyei Mensah Bonsu. Yeti ye hu free tafo na ye tafo Suame. Mu Kyei mu a ye be ye Suame constituency. Odi ade sa 1992 the first MP was RPK Yeboah. No NDC ni. From there about Ona Edi Akonya na after the external. He has been in parliament for 24 years. Aka busumi mienu. Edi na kakra na wanya 24 years. Now Obisa who said 24 years ni. The biggest industrial park in West Africa is Suame magazine. Suame ade ama Suame gidi nyina ye magazine. And it's a magazine I established about 1920. Over 100 years. And it's a magazine no etie under your watch. Let's say I say bisa nsem kakra. And it's a uji skabe uji common fund, uji we. E dey na odi aye. Beside magazine no constituency kakra we gidi ye ni aban secondary school ewa. That is problem. Ye ni aban hospital ewa ha. On the mature. Akwanya nipa enam so enye. Ye twa to kra ye dwuma nsem. Why ye be but say the mfie eduenu nan. E de tu sene ni ene de waya. Na je say wonko bi kra. Eno ho asem ye kai. Enya say obi eni ho betu aka say wabedi nipa ni mo nya hwe. Na nipa bia no o papa ene wo boni. De bia na wo say we nipa da sina wo say papa e do so say wo boni. So boni do so say o papa de don wonya nipa. Enti ye ho asem ye kai. So I go parliament 24 years. Aye. But Okoye no, a dear pa na we ya, etime ma constituency no etumpo. Me pesa mete say, yes say MP enye kwan. MP enye si, MP enye si. MP edwuma de nso bokwa kwhyemra. Nso all over the world, yes if an engine and be a friend say lobbying skills. Unim nipa, wuti mi twa de ebre womanfo. I me make sense. Secondary school there, sebi obi eni wa o say for bottom secondary school. And one is how the lobby skills. Ebe yaba yanya Suame senior high school. Period. Your lobby skills na odi twa there ba. Hospital no kra no ka privilege. Bibi akwa akodo ko wenim pa. Majority leader. Edom kese e wo mrahye bedwa mu na odo mo ano. Enti no wo no wontimi emfa lobby skills na twa there bra o manfo. We are as simple as that. I said I know someone. I asked someone will be a Ukomuntaka ho. I established a parcours to senior high school. Your mama E blocks. What you actually be a call. Now, so I hadn't into me entry be uncle. I don't agree. I was from. So when you say to me, Emma will be into me. You'll be a bronze and fancy hospital. I say. On the side of time, I yanka say, Benya baby, I told you cry a bubunu, a DSCB. And he was Suame constituency Kakakawa IGD. Will be also a magazine now that Hammer Bonnie Sam. I do call Tafuji. I do call Tafu Hospital. Constituency any a train when she when you'll be our hospital. You come in Shah South. A more polyclinic, Minsha Polyclinic. And he magazine Hona will be a Juma. There are well over 12,000 shops in Shore magazine. If you look at Nipa Yedmo, they are well over 200,000. And now, almost a call or man. And he a crumwa on it too. And he say, where MP not your money more. I did be out by ye Amakrubiano. They should have their fair share in the magazine. The magazine should really be structured that crèche, a benya crèche or fire center, clinic and a hospital clinic wow. And you have all these things within the magazine. So the mention. And so be tikwa airpine and yafina O2 Akota Fuji. Already there is pressure on that facility, Confidential Teaching Hospital. So let's reduce it. Just put some hospital within the magazine enclave to serve over 200,000 people. And that is what qualifies to become municipal. Because municipal, they look at population. There's a certain number, if you are more than 200,000 or 300,000, municipal status, metropolitan status, if you are 500,000 and beyond. And see, we are municipal. And if you are municipal, we should not be behaving as if we are district. Some districts have basic facilities that they lack. And if you are municipal, you should not lack this. Where are you? It is because it's not up and doing. On the mission. You cannot just take the post and say, media, you are trouble, me MP, and media, Mrankwan, in a typical third world country, it doesn't gel. And we are in a third world country for Christ's sake. And this is our MP, which we need no other show on Crawford, almost school 70 cents, or 1 cents, and so 70 cents, Mukania 70 cents. Now we are in a car. You cannot take one day, won't you mean for that? But we are one after the other. And the most important thing is that you must engage all the stakeholders within the municipality. Now I'll share. Adia Bakwaya monumental, what we call monumental. Adia Sweni, our Munyaji to say, we dear, Wabeye. Until Usha Kumasi Kajetia, Jomahama, very monumental project. Anyway, yes, you are welcome. As for say school day swapper, Makoka Tasso dear, Makoboso Fufo, made the duadex, made the Kunyako Gum. These are just little things, we are bound Crawford. But there should be monumental achievements. So, we MP way and a way until secondary school. Oba secondary school, Suame senior high school, a very monumental, Suame polyclinic, and now Suame district hospital on the mission. In that order, these are the monumental things, because I don't know, the facility benefit almost everybody, male, female, children, old men and blah blah blah, all the real Christians, Muslims, pagans and blah blah, everybody benefit because Obia Yare Obia hospital.
Not to cut him, but I'm saying I've been previewed to some of the projects that they took me around to. I think I saw about 2 hospitals or 3 hospitals. With the respect to magazine, they now okay. Who say almost SDA hospital be a omochire me say MP and a and now back so I don't know if you are privy to that.
Take it from me. Quote me, even in the sky, send me say, Suame, yeti hey, you new hospital. Nti say, dear wako hu, the end of the church already, SD hospital, and yet Kyei Mensah Bonsu dia. Bremai Youth Association, or more brutal, and this kabai, and almost started. And I also in the common fund, a buaka. You cannot claim that credit. And the Kyei Mensah Bonsu hospital. And I SDA for taking over. And I'm moving too soon. I had that PRO assembly was saying, Kyei Mensah Bonsu hospital be a constituency. South SDA for hospital. Now, a bind there. One I bind better or the authority better soon. Was someone who can say the young Quada Okumo. I bind a idea, I bind the hospital from scratch to end. Now SDA for the one diabetes. Oh, I didn't know. Quote me anywhere, it is not true. Suame ha free Suame up to Bremai, up to Chrono, a buying hospital bia any Sabia, any constituency with. Sa SDA for the Bremai Youth Association or more brutal, and I would to work a crack on what they started. And also adding the common fund, I support to it. Now the common fund support was here. That is not what we are talking about. That is private, SDA hospital. Me sure so quite who be say Suame municipal health baby. Now where hospital? I have a container. A container is the hospital municipal.
And a health fire center. I think it's a fire center. So I on a nurses quarters. And then to be a and some of the achievements are more because now you call around a interview. Let me bring complaints with the project we are. So we took the pain to go around. And these are some of the printing.
And you know, correct. Once you Kyei Mensah Bonsu hospital, take it from me. Kyei Mensah Bonsu hospital be your constituency. Opa, call the number my hand you. No go be saying Kyei Mensah Bonsu hospital. Once hospital be our constituency we. The owo kan here, the omono ka kire wo. But ma woni na also amera no. When we say Kyei Mensah Bonsu hospital be eni wa wasi wa ha. Hospital be eni wa wasi wa masa. Enti omo omono na na menchenche ka say Kyei Mensah Bonsu na kaza no. Me no go share last week when oji tumu. He accepted it, sir. You want me and church, and one minute, you know, I don't think I say in the hospital. Also, was here there. And he said, why grandpa would he took out us or Aquaquagia de Naba? I would young one say, I shall say, a crew hospital feeding in a womb. Or the mature, and I found a hospital. Now, sir, I got the other 24 years now. I found out, you see, hospital. We have found a hospital. Hospital be any hospital, Nipper come where you my see who so what's the hospital, and I can't watch them. Now, who is a friend of the hospital? I was here and was hospital. I was doing. Now, the Okasa magazine go over here. Kyei Mensah was hospital.
Building.
No building. Who's an amphibian? And the Park Hospital. Now, they are now okay.
That's what I said.
Last time they the hospital. Hospital, the ACV amphibian. Yes, I don't know a hospital. Now I want to feel be a PWBC hospital. Me hospital be our. Most me hospital be any. I'm problem me no Messi and Koya baby Suame. Yes, I the pay hospital. Yes, the hospital, the private hospital. On the American.
But quite big, and I said, I'm going to unemployment.
You see, we can do it. And yeah, they are adding. Ni pomo djuma na we enti employment djuma ni ho so am for bebre any djuma especially the youth so it's in 2 foods you sure so uni constituency here okay what for am ba won tia brema ade a mo ye brema pa ye perfume powder and nku injection violent omo ye no brema beside injection violent omo ye alcohol na ye di trim omo ye wo ho to identify the job opportunities. We are one car tie na efra bocheba no. If it is torn out, say who engina area, brema wotimi ye in a form of race cycle. Omotimi egu hu biom. Na mane ye. We have all these potentials within the constituency. E dey naka. Yaka you say you put them in groups. Now what a common family that so much. All they need is money. Almost cannot increase production now. I'm not funny for the account because more hands will be needed. It is my perfume. We come a good truck so, and how much 5 cities, 10 cities, and no unti million kase. But musica. Sika we amuru commercial tawale 2 million Ghana cedis. What about Bremai? Now the ma omo say dumana. Ometimi atro mo shim. They match up with modern technology. Akofani paba ya boabo akire mama na oman enhance no omo upgrade no. You betimi produce ko Togo, Benin, Niger in large quantity. And China na be you could about $20,000. Betimi anya mini machines are very production. I bet me produce be about 100,000 pieces a day, 50,000 pieces a day. We are now offending per account across all the areas American, apart from perfume. We are in a powder, we are in a we kakra. Now, likely we have this magazine waha. The say Yame Yadona Mahama 2021. Another big push. We are going to give Suame magazine a facelift. We need a $10 billion big push now. We want to develop Suame magazine. Not any tattoo in Kenya. You see, that's one of the biggest industrial parks. And now Hawassa in Ethiopia. All these ones are bigger ones. With modern equipment and gadgets. Until we brought the training school in there. So what we use school open say, Ushia and Sanojumano. You are matching up. Oh, cars never in SUV cars. First, I span another there, the nature. Until say 1 year will be our focus and vision. I'll be upgraded almost skills. You will be in trouble. There is technical and vocational aspect of it. And what we just have to do is that some person share Juma, you be in a local balance, your friend no, say Uchi be intensa. Udi nipa ko to Juma, so person opama de, or person oye baba, or person obotri. Ebi ano master no ho. Enti ebi abetwa 1,000 Ghana 1,500 2,000. Aban no ebetwa ama master no wa ko share Juma. Beyond that, you be some maw. Sika wo de be didi, so be wie Juma no. We are they are more certificate. We give certificate no we are. Now your more equipment. Maybe also you the pump. I buy a set you up. They are pay machines some more. No one starting. And we will just do it alongside government policy. Now pay you my bubble. Look, we can do it up to the extent that there will be no child in Suame here left behind. You say be a 100% obey. Also your business as well. So you just have to identify. To identify you'll be a person no wow, the aim is that you say ya say obi secondary school ni be a bar holiday krana obetimi aba be ye adwuma kakra e wo all those small factories or co school and ya be 500 no dey call because why adwuma nyina no oba holidays are holiday work he used to be there Kwame Nkrumah era no free secondary school ba what me ye adwuma GNTC ni all those stuff no one your stipends now they call in America 15 years old restaurant 15 years or a Juma restaurant. We now go school, or tip. Because America compulsory is also money per tip. Until we can put all these things together. So I'm a Fonkoda or more, and what how many Jumayano. We will engage and involve them and put them small, so that Bob money and no be any and Juma. Then we are making progress. It is doable. BBA, we are saying any others in the and you know, so be and Timmy and Yana, yes, it is possible. It took one great leader to give us independence, Kwame Nkrumah. Meanwhile, there were people way back. But it took Kwame Nkrumah. We call China, they are China. Abeye, we are seeing in a Krabia Kasi. Before China, no more leaders over the years. It took only one person called Mao, Chama Mao. He transformed China, and Jinping is life president. So it is also, it is the zeal, the vision that you have for your people. You just have to be in touch with them, and you are gone.
What about sanitation? Sanitation, what's your approach to tackle? Is it even a problem here? Sanitation.
It is a huge problem. It is a huge problem. But you see, again, you have magazine. Why should somebody come from baby and build sanitary issues among? We don't have baby. I had boy 2 ball and go. So we are part of the greater Kumasi area. Baby, I had called here. A problem because the sites are there. So see, Oti Lansford now they are doing no. Or my recycling plant now there. So what is the strategy? The strategy is that Suame wa magazine wa. This is what magazine. I'm build a trailer. Articulated trailers now. I'm building a magazine. So what do you have to do? You just have to get in touch with more magazine. Give me say 50,000 pieces of sad dump. They call it dump trucks. The air cars in F1. It's me a man a bua faso. That's been back who cry in Suame Street. So why won't we engage them? How much here baby hamaye? We are spread it across board. Anajo we are not dump trucks na fa na ye call. Into back otokwa dump beans no. Bed 30 and 50. It's all over the place. Maybe about 10 meters. It's you. We are not the two. Maybe about 20 meters. Into yana sa a hobby breed. Now you have to do it in a modern form. Modern form is you cover it. Once I feel we are now almost beautiful. The stage and all that. And the market base is not spread. No. Now you are a dump truck, nice one. Cover. You cover so to buy sheguma. No makataso. This you. Until I am macra me overflow it ban because our limit. At the end of catastrophe, one dimension. It is a duty to just pick it and just take it over. No more shegu. So sanitation is also another critical area. Now lighting system. So magazine betting produce electricity pool. Can they? Electricity pool. So you give about 200,000 pieces to local indigenes. We are empowering them. You are giving them money at the local level. Omani price on produce 1 million pieces. Over the NTV sport to be and the various assemblies now they are there. They just have to do with government directly say.
So it can be a self-made.
That is it. That's what I'm telling you, my brother. A young magic science, they can do it. So the magazine, they can sing now. And they call Malini Niger. But it's that the help is not there. All those things are locally manufactured. Cars because for now they are there. Do you know the history of Honda? How Honda started? Almost but today Honda has become a brand that we are saying now will be a Yuzu. So we started Buafo well over 50 years ago in the magazine. Why don't we do any auto show? So beyond exhibiting the skills or exhibiting your assembly no take it over. Now I heard the best one year on year one. And yeah, no more inspection, no more upgrading now there. We can do it. Until we have the local companies now more summer magazine. More Juma. Also and producer there 1 million pieces. So no quantity here. He needs about thousands of people with that big hand to do it. Until why not ebisu electrical aspect of it. Why are not obisu the painting aspect of it? Because you must give it a professional touch. We are also painting. Ebisu air spraying. Now there. So you see how the connection is. Until the all spray no say your man bet 200,000 pieces are. On no quantity mean you're in the bush and now in the quantity. He needs another additional hand. So nipa baba. You are getting them busy. No, that is how it works. And the electricity is also another thing, but we have to empower our local indigenous.
We call various places, different places. Problem about coming is maybe at the seats of the MP. The people there tend to think that say Yamfan is a Suame. Sometimes they tend to think that Suame is just Suame proper. How are you? Should you become the MP? How are you going to? Would you even take an initiative to address this as an issue? Because I think it's a big problem. So, I consider Suame proper to be Suame. I don't think about Bremai. I don't think so. So how are you going to approach or address this problem? Should you become
Emma? Adibia we are money painting the and I'm just say monumental. And he said, we are there now. We are no Bremaya. Brema phone him say MP never year we. We are no Suame. Suame phone him say MP and a year we. I am monumental. But they can say Many idea, I say, Magoto Duadex 20 and 100 of Google Classroom into my idea. Now 24 years now, got Duadex grab 1,000. So when you had the Duadex and Yadibia, idea Broso, I know be dance swapper, school dance swapper, no cruise, and Shadanya Dibia. The British fellow thinking outside the box. Who ya dear is wha Ebema, a Humba for Swama, Timamunina or to Abama, and once a necker. And it's also see district hospital or Bremaya. Suame phone in Abeco, in spite of the war constituency at Biano. And what else is said, Oko Hospital, Ewa Gogo so, one out of Bremaya, an out of Chrono, Ubano, Takwa, Ubana, no mind your hobby beer. And what is said, Ubako Tafuji, and Abeco a Confanochi teaching hospital. Because within Suame constituency, no, baby, original Biano, say proper, say property BC baby, assessing it, no, should not take you more than 10 minutes. All the mention and the one year I saw ye baby Bema, 1 year I saw ye baby. You are MP, you should know the priorities of your people. When I become MP, I don't just get up and I made opinion leaders. How do they need? Omo here ever benefited the entire community. Say CPP, PNC, it should come from them. The NDC manifesto is on top because Nyamana Yakenyan, if we are form for, what they think that we should do to help them. And as a leader, you are not just serving people because a wolf is there. There are few lawyers and professionals around you until you should think for the people. But the owner, Tiwa wolf is there. It must not need them. And you know more here. And just take it from them. And as I hope as I will be here, we shine another man for opinion leaders. And then I'm percent me yes this and say I'm Mitriaka. We come off from Kakraba. Besa me shall say Kakra. It be a hospital. Mo pass as a kid to every mammy. Saplano soon said the bear 80 because I said no crash one. I'm met me read the Zulu. Wait me the 2 or 3 story building I start. I shall say. I don't be dying for fun. So you pay the hospital now. Here. And I be a ball and some. You win some near that. Oh, shall I say, oh, ha. But come baby, so what was she before for say, oh.
Mr. Dodovi, on a lighter note, I said manifesto with the more the power.
Ah, but now you're gonna now what you gonna walk as I want you. I'm first on a buy and so on himself moon some day.
And then the men are paying out with you.
And this also again also cheap.
And said, after the men are opinion.
Yes, yeah, Chefa woman is on magazine. I have to say upgrading. A $10 billion project, and in the other jurisdiction, a tattoo industrial park in Kenya. Baku will go also by $500 million. And if it's under the big push, $10 billion, I think $1 billion across all the shares from magazine. It's okay. What will happen is that you have all the modern facilities over there. We'll put up new structure. To say the IO KJT. I don't know KJT should cost about $280 million. NADC. The first business you come on. And he says, yes, on magazine. Then your first is worth $300 million. But you see, stores be brave. I'm a master for not funny public brave now. They well organized industrial park. Mind you, so magazine is the biggest industrial hub in West Africa. It is the biggest in all West Africa. And no any the single area so far. The expertise, you know. And I try to see you, man. Kano, it be crack to say on the year. Burkina, all the landlocked countries are moving in. I'm the Bahama. Oko crab or so kind. We are now moving. I see more focus on magazine. Plus, on magazine, once I fix a moment, then they go. No, they be sure. And see, the magazine needs facelift. And the part of that $10 billion, you never be shame. I started a cry. We do a first 4 years of you. But who dear, so magazine obey. And all these modern things, you know. You have school, you have crèche. Once I can get you crèche or correct it, maybe your mommy, about or you are not narco school, or Pon Kufi are not the Noko. Or maybe you'll be diagram, I say, I never saw Mammy Edinburgh. All these facilities will be, and that is a modern industrial park. Here can one some.
We are still on the LTV. We are talking to Mr. Francis Dodovi. How about the people to work with? I am no philosophy. We say every leader has a good vision, but the people to accomplish it. And then I told her, "Let me mudi edition. Wo obeye person we MP. Do you have the able men to out trust say they wouldn't disappoint you?"
Well, MP, you don't leave whatever you want to do to Obia. You should be giving direction and be doing monitoring as and when, making input. And yes, out there you money pa no akoda. Then you will not get the result. You must be on people to work. That is it too. At times you should also be involved. Say see hospital waha. And you saw the one no can ya parliament. No. Periodically you must come. Also, you see when you move around, people move around you. They make us watch. And there's a school, you see classroom, and now you see hospital. You move 3-4 months no back. 1 week. Also, they be out here. It used to be the communal spirit of guardians. I don't know where those things are. Let me say, first, no, you bought, for example, they will, they are friendly for communal labor. That is the spirit of the Ghanaian. Ubia says here you got a more border rules and then you share, let the indigenous and yes, and free. That is how it is. There is a MP now. What you also made the MP to come and answer me. No, at the local level, you should be able to play the local politics. Must bring everybody on board. No be who say, everybody will come on board. Now, as I also made them with a mark contract. Oh, the mark contract now, you train a contractor, periodically, you must put on your working gear. Be around the facility and let people know, say, you think about them. That is how it is. And it's will be. He knows that he will come around it. You will force him to do it. And you know, assembly per se. What do I just give out the contract? Let the work start. Periodically, because you have other duties. You see, the beauty of all these things is that parliamentary recess, 3 months, no motivate. 3 months, you are supposed to be with your constituents. You are supposed to be with them. Greeting them, telling them or taking care of their needs. Me have now the whole Suame constituency. Me who is MP office though, private office. Me who say this is MP's private office in the constituency. But the normal second so nya office. Busumi mi ensano. Waba. Ujua mafo. We didn't let a ba. We a school problem. We a juma sem. We you attend to them, beat them. Once you are in Yakra, at least you should do about 70 or 80% of it. Now, when you so busy with the baby MP office, well, just take your cameras out there. You go busy with the MP office also. I mean, if a private office, if you want to miss out your MPP party office, but as MP, you have a private office. 24 years. 24 years. When your private office at the basic, when you attend to people, because people are sick. The sickness is that they have problem, and you must deliver them. But the difference is that it is not spiritual. It is physical. People see you, they talk to you, you solve their problem. You've healed them. In the name of development. So that is human development. Now they ought to because we are majority leader. Who they see job 600. Office also run out with you. Who did you know that? That is not how it is done.
And as often as possible, we'll come around to get when we hear things, we'll come around to ask rather than just going anywhere. I think people will be much more informed when we come or hear from you. We can't leave without you giving a message to the locality. We want to take with the Suame. Mr. Dodovi, Assem, and I say, Jumedia, Professor Bayetia, then to Abomano. Intimate Coabra, Yamaunka, Assem Bapon, I see you being shown. Intimate Obesha Cameron, you know, where more constituency in Dinko.
When you are no more. Suame higher war. Suame ha, you want penny for you want an animal info. You are suffer for her. You imam and penny for our Suame ha. And then you are a ma, any member of you. And they say, Titia, Makwa, Bessamacona, Macosum. Musumame, now Mekoi, ye, Mopedia, a mamma, our parliament. I pay them to be said. 50 Sentia, yet is Suame constituency to me. MP Musumano, if you do any 19, you do no 18 or money home money. And it's a constituency Kakawi, you need a Yarisabia, I bind it. ye ni school a eye aban school a ono aban ene asi constituency atwa we hye nyina mo wo aban de ewu na ye ni bi ya kwan asem nsem enye e wo ye mantem a esum kabri anajo ye magazine ensem so enkoyi na we afe aso se ye to aba eyi o mampanyi ene mrahye bedwam na makwa na Israel wa brasem se obeto aba no amame bekwa mo hia de no samantimi anya ne nyina kra mebo mo homode se emufa de metimi aye se ne be ya Suame edin ayaji bebebe nyina no etimi ahyase kakra kra e the hospital ahwe yan kania ene ye school sem mrantel bebebe ho enwuma enni ho ye ba ebe ye hia de a ye betimi ayama ye nuanum so no anya enwuma aye ama omsa etimi akọ omano ona wo Kyei Mensah Bonsu de mfie eduenu enan no eye bibie ni ho obesa ye biom se mfie eduenu na wontimi ansi school wontimi ansi hospital ama won krofo ye nkane asem ya kwan nsem nyina wontimi ahwe a menyini se mfie na ye da wanim na obetimi da ye bibi nti ebusuafo otu aba no majo mahama so mampanyi a oba beji magazine o sesi ho se na nkane no na ye wo ho na watu aba nso amame Francis Dodovi Mdishe se mrahye bedwani ndamwase
Francis Dodovi, the aspiring MP for Suame. Trust me, when we come, we will talk nothing, but he will get you information to make informed decisions this December. Aerial talk. We are coming to wherever you are. Be informed with LMTV. LMTV will take you there. Stay blessed. See you same time. Bye bye.